Yeah. Noise warning. Noise warning. So I went ahead and put all their watering containers back on the pallet. And I put the one that I have the chicken water inside of in the very middle, hopefully to discourage the geese from putting dirt in it. Well, I just filled those to the very tip top just a moment ago, and you can see how much they've already made them dingy and emptied the water out of them. And I put fresh water in one of their pools. The other three I've turned upside down. I don't know that I'm going to put any more water in them for the winter. This is really, it's hard to keep them clean, and you probably look how dirty that one already is with the fresh water. And keeping them filled, and they have been turning green on me because I've not kept them clean. But yeah, this is a job. Hopefully this winter we'll be able to get a pond rebuilt for them, something that we can keep filled, and will be something that they'll just find enjoyable. I tell you what, geese, you're a lot of trouble. I don't worry so much about the ducks, because the ducks, they can travel. They can go find themselves a pond. As a matter of fact, our neighbors, Sean and Teresa, they have a beautiful pond. And if the ducks wanted to, they could go hang out there. And they're fighting. They're fighting. That right there is a goose fight. Stop. 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 Well, a lot of good that did. They don't usually fight unless it's mating season. So I don't know what set them off. But they'll do this for a minute or two, and then they'll go their own way. And that's hard to watch. It is. It's so frustrating to see them treating each other that way. Because that is actually rare. It is rare for them to be so abhorrent to one another. And I learned a long time ago that for me to interfere was pointless, because they'll go straight back to it the minute I walk away. If they're not finished, they'll just will. So probably at this point they're done. It sounds like it's calming down. Yeah. So whatever. You know why? I don't know. But you can't stop it. You can for about 30 seconds. And unless you're going to stand there and hold one under each arm, you can't. So we'll just let them do their thing. But anyway. So I have gotten a start. I have been fixing spots in the fence where the boards are loose, where there's space underneath of them, where critters can either get in or the birds, actually, especially right around the dog lot, where the birds can stick their head under, and that would be bad, because if a dog was standing there when a bird stuck their head through a spot underneath, it could be fatal. So, yeah. But, there's the copper. He's playing ball. That boy's a bugger. He would play ball 24/7 if Aaron or I would throw it for him, because he loves it that much. But I got my hardening off tables taken apart over here on the other side. Huh? Oh yeah, you can have it. I'm finished for the day, honey. But anyway, so I'm ready to use those shelves, those there's 6 2-foot by 3-foot shelves. Let that drain good in case it gets cold tonight. Leave the eggs alone. Move, guys. Let me in. In the downstairs. I'm building shelves down there for storage. Watch out, babies. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I wasn't planning on bringing y'all in. I don't know how bad it looks in here. I've got a dog on the wrong side of the door. Who is that over there? Oh, no, it's not. It's my cleaning wagon. I saw the shadow. And it's just my little cleaning wagon. I wish I had a good spot for it. But it ends up hanging out wherever. I finally got all the stuff out of this room that doesn't need to be in this room. Except for the cleaning trolley, it's got to go away. And I've got to put the door back on top of my little corner cabinet that all my paintbrushes are on top of. And I've decided, yes, I'm going to put it in upside down, because that way I won't have to take the knob loose and drill a hole on the other side. And I don't mind if that little rounded area is down at the bottom instead of the top. Doesn't bother me one bit. But I do want it to open into the room just to make it easier to get into. I did hang the big painting that I started working on years and years ago, and it was going to be Lake Junaluska winter scene. As you can see, it was far, far, far from finished, but I'm going to sand it out and start over, and I think that it's going to end up being, remember when I take y'all out and I stop and look over at the farm from the top of the hill, and I tell you, to me that's the most beautiful farm in the valley. That's it. I think that's what I'm going to put on these 4 panels. I'm just tired of working on, well, I haven't worked on this one in years. I started it just, I don't know, not long after Jared passed, and I just never could get myself to a good place to paint. But I think I'm ready to start painting again. But I've looked at this one for so many years that it's not inspiring at all. It just needs to be something different. So, but now that Aaron's living in the back of the house, and he will be there for a while, and we are very glad to have him as long as he would like to stay. I think he's going to build a small place somewhere on the farm, and he and Copper are going to do a lot of traveling. But that way he'll have a place to come home to when he's ready to not travel for a while. But in the meantime, the dining room is going to be my studio, and that's fine. As a matter of fact, when we thought Chelsea was going to end up living with us, when we thought her illness was going to be a permanent thing, I had already decided that the dining room is going to be my studio. So, you make accommodations for whatever you need to make accommodations for, right? But anyway, I just wanted to take y'all on a little walk with me today. It's beautiful out there and actually almost hot. I'm sitting here a little sticky and had to put a jacket on this morning. But I think, according to Hugh, we have cold weather coming this week. So I'm not sure which day, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to go drink a glass of tea. And then I may go downstairs and work for a while and start putting those shelves together. But I love you much. And I can't wait till I get that bird lot fixed. Came up with the idea of how to do it in such a way that it's going to be functional, and also it will go together fairly easily, not necessarily quickly, but fairly easily. So yay. One thing at a time, and we'll get her done. All right, y'all. Love you much. Bye-bye.